So there's no better feeling, is there, than crushing your fairway woods off the floor. And that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. How many of you golfers out there get a good tee shot away, got the ball on a nice lie, stand over it thinking, come on, can get on the green or get near a par 5 in 2. And that happens. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you what I did on the first one, what happened on the second one, and most importantly, let's get you crushing your fairway woods every single time. Right, so what we see in the first swing is the way I've delivered the club made it easier for me to get the loft of the club on the golf ball, get the ball and then turf contact, which gets the ball in the air, good distance, with lots and lots of control. So let's first of all start talking about why golfers, in my opinion, struggle with fairway woods on the floor. So the first thing you see with guys that set up is they want to move the ball not as far forward as driver, but they get the ball a long way forward and have been told in the past about that idea of sweeping the ball away from the ground. Now you can see, even as I move the club there, you can see the tendency is that my lowest point of my swing is behind the golf ball and the club's travelling up when I get to the ball. Now, even if I manage to get the club face on the golf ball there, I'm going to hit it incredibly low off the face, thin the ball, or if the club's come up a little bit higher by that point, I'm just cold going to top the ball. And I see so many golfers stand over the ball, and they just get that cold top, or very occasionally they hit the ground way behind the golf ball and the club either digs or bounces over the ball. So it can be an absolute killer. And the first thing I want you to get out of your head is that we don't want to treat the fairway woods like we treat a driver. So like I said, I'll see guys golf ball a long way forward, and they'll kind of even get that little bit of spine tilt away like we see with driver. And everything that's set up there, for me, is encouraging the club moving up, like I said, bottom of the arc, behind the golf ball, and you're just never going to get the loft of the club on the ball. You're never going to strike the ball consistently well. So let's talk about how we're going to set you up to deliver the club correctly. So what we want to see is that impact, that club is traveling down still by the time it gets to the golf ball. The low point ahead. If we can get that little bit of shaft lean as well, we're going to strike higher up the club face where there's a little bit more loft. We're going to get more speed off the face, and that's where we're going to get our distance. So let's start with address. So we're going to move the ball just slightly forward of centre, so just in front of my zip there. I think everything looks good in that position. There's going to be a little bit of spine tilt because my right hand is lower than my left, but I don't want to exaggerate that into there. So it almost feels a little bit more like a long iron that I'm setting up with. And then once I'm at that position, I don't even mind if you want to feel that you just press into that lead foot a little bit more. Again, a little bit more like an iron. So the ball's on the floor, we want the low point ahead, and then we'll have our first swing and see how that feels. So it's okay. My low point, 4.8 inches ahead. So quite a long way. Wasn't quite out the middle of the club. It did feel a little bit thin, and we can see the strike a bit low on the face there. But 216 carry and 244 total. If you're somebody who tops the ball, that'll probably be your dream 3-wood. But straight away there, the contact was better and we're giving ourselves more of a chance. So I'm going to try the same again. Ball just slightly forward of centre. Just going to bump the hips slightly towards the target. Definitely feels like I've got a little bit more pressure on my left foot than I would normally have. And again, full swing. So felt a good strike, little draw. Again, low point well forward. better contact, and then 222 and 255. Now, I'm hitting 3-wood here, but it's exactly the same whether you're 3-wood, 5-wood, 7-wood. But I think the hardest thing for golfers to understand is if you can get that shaft leaning forward a little bit with your fairway wood, get the low point ahead and move the strike a little bit higher up the face, you actually get more loft on that. And everything golfers are doing with trying to add loft, even if they strike the face, they're striking it low down where there's not no loft, but almost no loft on there. So it's almost a bit counterintuitive that we feel like we want to get the ball in the air, and that's actually making us strike it less well and strike it with less loft. And by hitting ahead of the golf ball with the shaft lean, exactly like the same way you would compress your irons and crush your irons, this is how we're now going to get you crushing your fairway woods. So I'm going to go 2 more. I'm going to go 1 nice smooth one again. See if we can get a little bit longer than that 221. Nope. So you see there, low point didn't get far forward enough. It wasn't awful, but definitely not what we're looking for. And certainly for me there, didn't get that little bit of pressure at address. And I know for me, from when I go on pressure mats, if anything with my woods, even though I'm aware I shouldn't, just tend to get that pressure too much into that back leg. So again, I'm going to set up, feel I press into my lead foot a little bit, bump the hips towards the target, and off we go. A little bit leaky to the right, but much, much better control of the club. Now, can't finish on that one, can we? So, need more than 220 carry, more than 250 total. It felt good. Decent strike, low point ahead, 235 carry, 257 total. So you can see there, guys, you know, if you're going to crush your fairway woods, I think the first thing you need to understand is what you're actually trying to achieve. And I do think that's the biggest step for most golfers, is not trying to sweep the ball away, still trying to feel that that club's moving down through impact. So everyone that I see that struggles with fairway woods, they definitely address, get that ball position too far forward, too much spine tilt, too much pressure into that back leg. Almost looks like they're trying to hit driver. Lovely when the ball's up in the air, but when the ball's down on the floor, we can't deliver the club like that and hit consistently good shots. So we're going to get the ball a little further back than normal, but still forward of centre. We're going to feel that we just get a little bit more pressure into that lead side. And then, like we said, when you swing, you're going to really make sure you get that weight forward, low point after the golf ball. And if you're delivering the club more this way, you're going to use higher up the club face, get more loft, and crush your fairway woods like never before. So guys, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, like it and share it, comment below, and I'll get back to as many people as I can. If you have enjoyed today's video and you don't currently subscribe to my channel, please consider clicking the button below. Remember to ring the notification bell, then you'll find out whenever I drop a new video. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here soon. Stay in contact.